What up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Three Clarks Podcast, Thursday Night Live. I am your host, Dwayne.
I'm Shantae.
And I'm JC.
And we are the Three Clarks. Welcome. Thursday night is here again, and it's a beautiful Thursday night, a wonderful Thursday night. And we are here and happy that you came to join with us and hang out for this Thursday night. It's a beautiful day outside. It was hot today, wasn't it, Shantae?
Man, listen, I did not wear the right clothing today. I thought it was going to be chilly, and I have on a sweater, and I am super hot.
Burning up.
I stay watching the weather on the news in the morning, so
I literally cannot believe the news.
Some places mess you up though, because when we was on vacation last week, it's like, okay, one day it said it's gonna be no rain, and then all of a sudden rain, and then it's like it's gonna be rain all day. Then we didn't see it rain till like 7. Yeah.
I used to hate it when I was in the military, and we're the only people that use Fahrenheit. Everybody else uses the normal metric system.
Oh, okay.
And it was
so the metrics versus
we use the opposite of what everybody else. Yeah.
Standard, I think it's.
I would think. I think
Celsius versus Fahrenheit.
Yeah, everybody uses Celsius. We use Fahrenheit.
We use Fahrenheit.
We use Fahrenheit. Everybody else uses Celsius. We use.
No. We use Fahrenheit. U.S.
I'm not saying we use Fahrenheit. Everybody else uses Celsius.
You're talking about in the world.
In the world, yeah.
That is true.
We use miles. Everybody uses kilometers.
Right.
Everybody drives on the left side of the road. We drive on the right side of the road.
Does anybody else drive on the right side?
No.
Oh, Canada. Canada drives on the right side, and Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Couple of places do.
Couple of places, but not more places do on the left side. I think in Africa, continent of Africa, they drive on the left side. I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially all the British countries that they used to own or still own.
Yeah. So, what's going on with you, Shantae? What's been going on this whole week? Exciting, interesting, fantastic, marvelous week that we just had.
Fantastical.
Well,
fantastical.
I started going in the studio more often with my artist. I've been out of studio coaching for a minute now, so it has been very interesting with the amount of time that I spend doing it, because I didn't think about the timing back then, because I didn't have Rachel, and me and Dwayne were so newly married. But now it's kind of like, oh God, I've been here 2 hours already. I can't read.
The time changes.
Even though I love being in the studio, literally love being in the studio. It just, by the time you get done, you're like, oh man, my whole day is gone, and you don't realize how much time you're spending doing that. So it's definitely been a challenge. To say the least.
Gotcha. Jefferson, what you got going on this last week? What's fantastically happening with you?
Nothing.
Okay. And he said nothing.
I hate being an adult.
Adulting is the worst hood.
Yeah.
What is that? Adulthood is the worst hood to live in.
Yeah, because like you said, when we're an adult, it seems like there's not enough hours in the day. It's
never.
It runs by just like that.
Right. You wake up and you're like, dang, it's 2 weeks later.
Yeah. That's why I remember back in the day, old people get up early. Now I see why they get up early.
Right. Because if you get up at 12, your day done.
Day is over with already.
Even Dwayne, y'all, because when I first married Dwayne, he used to be getting up super late. And I'm like, I don't understand why you're getting up.
Sleeping all day.
Because I stay up till 3, 4 in the morning. And I was straight. And I was like, ooh.
And I'm like, I'm trying to understand what exactly is happening that you are waking up so late. And but Rachel changed all that.
Yeah. So I get up every morning at 6 or 7
o'clock.
Make sure she gets to school on time. So this week for me has been very painful. People, it's very painful. I don't know what's going on. I think it's age. think it's age.
Is that the way you segment into
I think it's age and getting painful. I got a sore arm. It hurt me for last week. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Take 10 minutes. Can't get no sleep. I just got some sleep today. It was so painful. So anyway, age.
That's one of the first things to go. Shoulders and knees.
Shoulders and knees.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. When I turned 40, I felt like I was walking up the stairs, my knee was just buckling. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, crack.
Even I go to the gym, I can do everything except for like I can't go hard on like shoulder exercises. It hurts too much.
Yeah, you feel your knees popping.
And knees and everything. So
popping. So that's it. You know, we're getting old. But as we say, we're getting old. There's this couple doing a very adult thing. They got married. This black couple in California got married for an ultra low price of $500.
Saw that.
Okay.
So what she did was she got a beautiful dress for $47 at the thrift store.
Yeah, because we spend them thousands of dollars and then take that crap right to the gift shop after we done.
They got married on the side of the highway. A very scenic highway. I think it was California Scenic Highway.
Well,
that's a rest stop. That's how they got the venue for free.
Wait a minute now.
They asked people to bring chairs with them so they can sit down during the venue. Other people chipped in for flowers. And at the reception, everybody bought their own food and bought their own drinks and danced. So a couple ended up spending $500 and it's gone viral. So can you get married for $500?
No, you already know. I got married for $70,000. So the answer was no.
I can beat that.
Yeah, you can beat that?
I can beat that.
Jeffrey said he can beat that. Yeah.
You just want to the justice of the peace. Just what you got
do that.
Well, that's what they said they were trying to do, but they said they ran out of time. So they said,
they ran out of time to go to the justice of the peace?
I guess it was something with their timing and what they wanted to do and people to come. So they end up spending $500 on it was a very beautiful, if you look at the picture for a while, it's a very beautiful setting. And they partied like in 1999 at the club. Everybody bought their own food, so they have a good time.
I think I can beat that without going to Justice Peace. Figures where what you got on.
Breezy said they were so creative and with their location, and it was beautiful. I guess you saw that too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you want to go get married in the backyard, and you can cater an event if you're doing mostly stewed food.
Stewed food. She said stewed food.
The reason why is because when you do stewed food, typically it stretches further.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It stretches, so you got more stuff that you can do when it's stewed. So if you stew the food, you got your mama to make it, and then you have it in the backyard.
So there's the food cost.
And then you tell everybody to bring a bottle.
There you go. There's alcohol.
Tell everybody to bring a bottle in their own travertine cup.
There you go.
So the cups that keep your drinks cold, because we're not gonna provide no cups.
Oh, okay. So everybody bring an igloo. It's an igloo party. Bring an igloo.
And make sure you bring your own fancy plate.
Yeah, your own plate.
It's gotta be fancy.
Bring your own fancy plate.
Eat at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A before you get there.
Okay, so already you got the food and the alcohol. And haven't spent any money yet.
No.
There you go.
The chair, where they gonna sit? Where you gonna be at? So you're gonna go outside to a public park.
Well, you can't do a public park.
No.
You know how they do? They make you like rent the space.
Oh, they rent the space. So that's why the lady went to the side of the road.
Right, you can't do a public park because they make you like you can't just set up
with a whole bunch of people. Not with like 2 or 3 people. Yeah, you're fine.
Right, if it's like 2 or 3 people, you're fine. But if you're setting it up like this at an event, then you have to contact the park.
You gotta get a permit.
And you gotta get a park permit.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you can't. So your only alternative is to do it in somebody's backyard.
There you go.
That's what I said backyard.
Somebody's big, beautiful backyard. I know somebody.
I know somebody like that too. We ain't gonna put them out there like that. We know somebody like that got a big, beautiful backyard, great for weddings.
Yeah.
I think they already had a wedding back there too. So, Law and Order edition, since I'm gonna stay away from people dying, because Law and Order edition. So everybody's in court right now. Let's see, who we gonna talk about? Johnny Depp or Blac Chyna first, or Trey Songz?
Trey Songz in jail?
He's in court. So Trey Songz getting sued again by another woman for sexual harassment. So there's a video.
I'm trying to understand, Trey.
Yeah.
You are handsome enough that you should not have to be sexually assaulting people. What is going on?
Some people got that issue with them that they can't. That controls them, like they can't.
They thought they got.
So what is it? So what is it? It's like, okay, you get rejected, and so you don't like that feeling, so you just gonna make the girl do it.
No, some people get off by forcing it. Like they don't. It doesn't arouse them to just. It arouses them to actually forcefully,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Thank the Lord, I've never experienced that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the case with Trey Songz right now is a slam dunk. Basically, the lawyer said because they have a video of him at a party and they're talking and everybody's dancing, having a good time. And then he said, they said it's Titty Tuesday, and then he grabs this lady's bikini top and pulls it to the left.
Yeah.
But it happened like 5 years ago. So I guess there's no time that he pulled it, and she's still laughing. And I guess she's kind of embarrassed, but she's not. But she's still hanging out.
Because she's like trying to like let it go.
Trying to figure out the situation.
No, she's trying to let it go because she's embarrassed. She's super embarrassed. I can tell you right now, she's super embarrassed.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, shit, I had on a bikini. Okay, let me just let it go. Trey Songz, let me just move on.
Yeah. So now she's suing for $5 million, which her lawyer says is a slammed up case because he got the videotape.
Well, that's because the video just surfaced and somebody just saw it, and they probably shamed her. And so she's like, you know what? Damn nigga, I'm about
Well, she didn't say that because she was of the Caucasian persuasion.
Oh, she probably did say that then.
I want my money, $5 million. He touched my breast without permission. I want the $5 million. So
I mean, was she? Now y'all know I be taking the dude side because I'm just trying to see. So, okay, how big was the breast cloth? Was it like a little triangle that it just covered your nipple, and then the only part that was exposed was the nipple? Was your boob like mostly hanging out, and so it seemed like
a bathing suit party. Everybody's there hanging out, chilling, having a good time.
Did she have on a two-piece? Was it like a string bikini?
It was a two-piece. Yes,
was it a string? Like, was it a string bikini where she was trying to like show everything?
No. She was standing there and he was like that, and he just reached over there.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah. It was obvious. It was inappropriate.
It was inappropriate.
So she should have just slapped him and kept pushing.
It was just very inappropriate, and it's just
so because if she had slapped him or punched him like one good time in the face, right? Then he'd be like, "I'm gonna try to sue you." She'd be like, "I'm gonna try to sue you," and it would have been done, right? Why you always trying to take somebody from $5 million for a boob exposure? I just feel like that's a little excessive.
Well, he's got all these cases stuff going on against him now. Well, I think one of them got dropped because there was inconsistencies with the girl.
So how many cases does he have?
I think it's like 3 or 4.
Okay, so if he has 3 or 4, then I feel like she just chasing. Because why is it taking you 5 years to feel embarrassed about this? So you didn't feel embarrassed.
Don't victim shame.
Victim shame.
First of all, okay, you was not embarrassed when it first happened. Okay?
She's probably in shock.
Okay, so then you went to sleep on it and you woke up the next day. You was like, I ain't gonna believe what happened to me. Trey Songz grandma. They're like, oh, dude, that's crazy. It's 5 years later. You now feel some kind of way?
She probably just found out there was a video because she probably didn't. Nobody believed her, and then there's a video. See, I told y'all. See,
it happens.
See, that's how a mess like that happens. I feel like again, you should have ripped the titty. Then she should have just went ahead and punched him in the face. And then he should have said, I'm going to sue you. And then she should have said, I'm going to sue you too. And then it would have been done.
Okay.
I got Steve Harvey justice.
Everybody's looking at it. Everybody's looking for the quick come up. Real quick. $5 million. You pulled my breast, I want the $5 million. I was like, she'll sell out for $50,000.
Honestly, like nowadays as a celebrity, you really can't really hug anybody. Like now, it's really like that.
No, it's almost 3 years.
Like you really can't.
You can't hug and.
I know some people. They don't even like when they like.
They won't even get close to you. They be
Like what's they call it?
Denzel. He don't do it at all.
Denzel, like sometimes when Lloyd comes gets a haircut, people want to take a picture, he's not even. He has a hand behind his back. He's like he's standing in the picture just like that. He's not touching anybody.
Yeah, you can't really put your hand on his shoulder or anything like that.
Unlike when I took my
picture.
Unlike when I took my picture with Genuine, I was like, take the picture.
There you go.
Take the picture.
What was that? That was back in the 90s.
That was back in the 90s.
Okay, right,
Not in the age of
the Me Too era.
You can't do that.
Man, look.
He said, just keep your helps to your damn self unless they ask permission, you give permission. So you gotta ask permission for everything. Because even in these TV shows, in these movies, the political correctness is like, you know, you have love scenes. They used to grab somebody, and kiss them, and then they get to it and all that. Now it's like, can I kiss you? And we make love. I'm like, damn, you got the whole spontaneity out of all that. Am I allowed to kiss you? Am I allowed to be close to you? It's like,
well, that's people be offended with. You know, somebody was offended at I was watching. Did you see that the last Halloween movie? Because there was a gay couple and he killed the gay couple. So everybody's like, Michael Myers is homophobic.
Wow.
Did you not hear about that?
I think I heard slightly about that. I think it brushed it off because it was a murder movie because he killed everybody.
He racist too. He killed black people.
And then they be killed in the first scene.
No, black folks always were killed. Yeah, in the 80s, black folks were killed in the first 5 minutes. Always.
Right, you like, well, he's done for, and it was like a whole joke. It was funny.
It was funny. It was true, but it was funny.
It was true.
It was funny.
And then they started getting the wind of it, and then the movie started like, okay, you're not killing me in the first 5 minutes. I'm gone.
Right. Right. Then like you're running outside away from the car instead of running outside to the car.
You're running into the locked house where he was just at before.
Yeah.
No. That was that. You remember that commercial where it was like a parody of a
progressive commercial.
Yeah, progressive insurance. Yeah.
And they're like, okay, so you're saying that you want to run to the shed with all the knives?
She's like, why don't we run to the car?
Or run in the car.
And she said, are you sure that's what you want to do? That's what I'm like. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
But like the guy on the thing said,
Simple. Court cases. Still on court cases. So we just talked about trade now. Blac Chyna's in court. She's suing the Kardashians for $100 million. So it's all coming out in court. You know.
What's
come to say, you know, you gotta tell the truth on the stand. She about to be in federal trouble now because she done told that she ain't paid taxes since 2018. Whoa. She said she ain't paid taxes, and then she said, I made $25,000. She's suing them because they said they torpedoed her reality show with their brother because they weren't going to be together anymore, and they torpedoed her to a reality show deal.
Well, yeah.
So
she like, you know, shoot, Kim's mama was like, I'm not about to let you profit off of my son.
Yeah, y'all broke up, so we're done.
Right.
So that's what she's suing for. That's what everybody sees it, but they're all in court, and she about to get Fed's about to come get her because she said she ain't paid tax in 2018, 2019. She's talking about she makes $1 million a year on OnlyFans. She makes 25.
On OnlyFans?
I think she makes more than $1 million.
What's she doing?
She said she's only doing bikini and foot pictures, and then the
foot pictures.
Yeah.
Her feet cute?
I don't know. Trying to play China's feet.
Some people like feet.
Some people like feet.
What?
Feet. You know who said they made $1 million? Cash Me Out, little girl. Cash Me Outside. Bad Barbie. She made $1 million in like 6 hours.
Doing what?
She said that they all say they don't do nudity, but they I'm like, who's looking at a 19-year-old girl just in a bikini for $1 million?
Well, my thing is they put themselves on regular social media in bikini. So what's the difference?
Exactly.
Why would I pay for the same thing? I'm going on your Insta and see.
Exactly.
So you're lying, sis. You got on a bikini, but what you doing in the bikini?
Well, Blac Chyna admitted in court, there's a little bit of nudity on my OnlyFans. Of course there is. That's why they paying for
I'm
subscription.
still trying to understand. I mean,
she's suing.
I mean, but is nudity enough to like pay the subscription?
Some people.
Some play nude. I don't think it's just nudity.
That's what I'm saying.
Some people are actually, having sex.
They're having sex and doing.
Well, that's what I figured. I think that would be the only
yeah.
reason to pay for a subscription.
They're doing, but the stars, I guess, because of their name, and people just want to see them do crazy stuff. So they're getting that money on that way.
So if you.
And some people.
I'm just wondering, like, if you just got naked and then you was just doing crazy stuff, not sexual stuff, just random
well,
stuff.
that mom, remember we had a story last year where the mom and her kids got kicked out of school because the mom was on OnlyFans. She was only doing lingerie stuff, but she had a good body and people were paying to see her. The husband was doing the filming and the editing, and the kids got kicked out of school. Well, they got suspended because of other parents found out and complained.
Right, but how they know what was on
Exactly. Exactly. How you know? So that was going on. So that was going on OnlyFans. So that went on. So it's like people got to, OnlyFans making their money, so they doing what they need to do. They taking their.
I'm gonna make me an OnlyFans page. I don't know what I'm gonna do on there.
She have no clue.
I'm not gonna be naked because my body don't look like nothing nobody want to see. So I'm just trying.
People, podcasters do.
I'm gonna do OnlyFans. I'm gonna put my fingernail out there.
It was never meant for that, right? It was meant for
that.
It was meant for just
social media people.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put my finger. I'm gonna be here making with SMR.
Yeah. People like to do that. Listen to watch that.
I mean, like this.
People watch that and like,
Rachel watched that crap. I'd be like, what you watching? She was like, listen to how it sounds when she's talking quiet.
There's a lady that eats
crab legs, and eats it right there. Whatever, and eating that food. I said, because them crab legs, I guess she bought was like they're like $100 a pound or something.
They're big.
Like, they're crab. The king crab legs.
Is she fat?
No, not really.
No.
She's not really. No, she's not skinny, but she's not fat. But okay, one more court case before we get to the main subject. Johnny Depp, he's in court suing his ex-wife for defamation because she did
I thought he was suing her because she chopped off the pinky finger.
No, that's part of the case.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
But
okay.
She did a column in the Washington Post or New York Post or Washington Times, and she said a lot of things about him being. She insinuated that he was abusive, and
he looked like he's abusive,
and he lost a lot of deals.
He looks like he's abusive.
A lot of movies, like he got cut out of the new Harry Potter movie. They lost that job, and they stopped production on some of his movies and stuff because he lost the case. And they say
so he needs to sue her right back for the money that he lost.
So he's currently suing her. Yes, he's currently suing her for that. But in court, they're asking questions, and he just put everybody on blast. So today in court. So in Marvel movies, the guy, what's his name? Paul Bettany, who plays Vision. He's like, oh yeah, Paul's a friend of mine. Oh yeah, we do cocaine together.
Damn.
I'm like, damn, you don't put that man business on blast. He's like, oh, Marilyn Manson, he's a friend of mine. Yeah. I used to give him pills because he used to talk so much, so I give him pills, and he'd be quiet when he take the pills because he'd be all. I'm like, hey, he done putting all his friends on blast in court.
First of all, Johnny Depp don't give a damn. He been famous since the 80s. He like whatever.
He's just
but he messed up these other people who
look. First of all,
everybody know they do drugs.
Everyone knows that these people do stuff, okay? Because when they come to their trailers and all of that other kind of mess, you know what I'm saying? No, the trailers are like on the set. And they knock them up 5 minutes. Such
1 second.
Oh,
right. Did they come out and say, you got something? You need to clean yourself out before you go out there. They be doing color corrections on the eyeballs and everything.
Yeah, that rich people cocaine.
That's a tragedy because some of our stars, like some of they died recently of drug overdoses.
But because it's the pressure, like people don't understand. Like when you are famous and you have to perform at a level of literally perfection. How many people that you know do their job and it's perfection? Every time.
And you got scrutiny from people who don't even know you.
Yeah.
Critics, fans, you got to be perfect day and night. I was like, people.
Could you imagine working on a movie for 9 months,
and then
working your heart, and something like that movie sucked?
So,
like, really? Okay. Could you imagine how?
That's why they be popping pills. Like, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that, not everybody has learned how to cope with the pressure.
Yeah, like I say, like with the Marvel movie Morbius with
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto, he's an Oscar-winning actor.
The dude with the black hair and he's got blue eyes, black hair, blue eyes.
Yeah. So he did a good job. He's a good actor. He's a recording artist and an actor.
He's a recording artist?
Yeah, he's got a group called not Maroon 5, but he's got a group.
Maroon 5.
No, he's in a group where he's Grammy-winning artist. So the thing is, Morbius came out and the internet went crazy. Somebody made a worse Marvel movie than this person, that, and they just tear people up.
They made it seem like he's just a horrible
actor. A horrible actor. He did all that stuff. And then you got to think about it. Movies are not made by one person, the main star.
Look at the credits.
The star gets the blame for the entire movie. But you got the crowds, you got directors, you got producers, you got
the writers,
you got writers. You got all these people working on the movie, but then you blame that one person, and then you think you're doing drugs, trying to zone out.
Yeah, he's won. Yeah, he won an Oscar.
But that's the thing, man. People need to realize sticks and stones. Come on, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Sticks and stones.
Yeah. Well, he was in a movie with Denzel. That was a really good movie. He's a really good actor.
Oh, I didn't like that one.
But you didn't like it?
I ain't like it. It was kind of boring. It was super boring. The one with Denzel and
I mean, I see a lot of movies that's boring. Ask the couch.
You don't like movies at all.
You don't like
TV.
Movies.
You don't like TV. You want to fall asleep on TV shows that you like. So you don't like nothing at all. So
if it keep my attention, I'm watching. If it don't, I'm not. I'm asleep.
So let's get into the topic with 15 minutes left. So if y'all haven't heard or you haven't seen it, the video of Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I named the show Real Life versus the Internet because I've seen some of the comments of some people talk about this. It's like Mike Tyson was on, if you haven't heard, Mike Tyson was on a flight and a guy, and he started punching and beating up a guy. And the backstory was that is, if you only see the video of Mike Tyson punching at him, you say, oh, Mike shouldn't be doing that. He's a heavyweight boxer and he can hurt somebody, he can do this, that, and the other. But if you look at the context of the other videos, the guy was constantly bothering him. Mike said, hey, calm down, man, we're cool. So he talked to him, he would take a picture.
What was he saying? Like,
I didn't hear no audio on the picture, but it's just like they were doing this, doing that. Mike said, cool, just chill out, man. And the guy was supposedly drunk.
How do you know what Mike was saying if there wasn't no audio?
That was his rep release statement.
Oh, I'm just trying to figure out.
And then they said the guy threw a water bottle at Mike. That's why he ended up punching him. But do you remember back in the day when everybody used to, man, would you let Mike Tyson punch you for $10 million? Would you get in the ring for Mike Tyson for $10 million, $100 million? Well, this guy actually got it for free. He got the Mike Tyson punch for free. So it's like, okay, everybody says.
And he probably didn't hit him with his whole force.
Yeah,
he probably did.
Because if he did, he'd have been out. Okay, come on, let's
he was bloody now.
He can.
How many times he punched him? Just one?
Couple of times.
Oh no, that's not good. I mean, he could just punched him one time. Like,
I mean, you got
like, if you don't stop, it's gonna get worse. Like that's like the warning shot.
Yeah, Mike Tyson is like nowadays. He's like really a really nice guy. You really got to push him to the edge.
Well, probably the water bottle was.
That's probably what did it. Yeah.
Because I ain't even gonna lie. When Dave Hollister threw the water bottle into the crowd, they kind of pissed me off too.
Okay.
I was ready to go up there and box him like Mike Tyson as well. Because I was like, I know you did throw that old nasty water that you just had your lips on into the water. I know that's not what you just did, bro.
Somebody liked it.
No. He was mad because he was getting moved.
Oh, you had a bad show.
Well, no, he didn't have a bad show, but we was there to see somebody else, and he was like, you know how your time is up, and you still trying to be doing encores and shit. And we like, no.
And I was wondering, like, you went to a Dave Hollister concert?
No, I did not.
Okay, so
Dave Hollister was over.
He was over. Okay.
It was Music Soul Child, Dave Hollister, then the main act was Genuine.
Gotcha.
We did not want to see them other people.
Okay.
You got to go.
And I'm like, okay, come on.
So the internet versus real life. People are keyboard gangsters nowadays. They're gangsters. Keyboard. Well, you ain't about to do nothing. Just like your friend 50 Cent.
Benzino.
50 Cent. So Mike Tyson got up. So people understand. You mess with real people in real life.
Yeah.
You might get a hand to the face.
He said that.
It's like, Mike Tyson said that before?
Yeah.
He said these people on there want to talk bad about people and talk about their families and do all this online. Mm-hmm. Then when you get them face to face, then somebody put their hands on you, what you gonna do then?
Well, the thing is, again, sticks and stones. You letting somebody get you that upset by something that they said. Even I had to take a chill pill. At work, somebody had sent an email to me, and it was like so rude, and it like sent my blood pressure straight up. And I started writing the email back, and then I stopped. And I said, "Wait a minute,
is they really worth it?"
I'm like, sticks and stones. Unfortunately, I reworded that whole thing. I was like, it ain't worth it to me. You getting all mad and riled up. For what? I mean, you're not about to rile me up too.
Well, Jeffrey, I'm gonna ask you this because you're a barber and you service people all the time. Have you ever got a bad review online or somebody said something, versus internet in real life?
You cut somebody lying, crooked, they like, hey
man. Nah, not me personally.
You've seen it with
I've seen it like at the shop I was at, like of some other people.
And how did they handle it?
They were, kind of confused because sometimes when you're in that field, it's confusing because like you literally said you liked it when you left. If you didn't like it, tell me.
So I can fix it.
And I can fix it, or I'll give you your money back. Don't be like, okay, it's fine, and leave, and then go on the internet and be like,
I had the worst haircut ever when I was in this barbershop.
You had the opportunity to have a conversation with me face to face.
Chose not to.
But I did have somebody one time when I used to work at the Auto Shaving. I was one of my first week, and I replaced the old barber. So I cut this one guy, and he was just used to. I didn't mess him up. He was just used to the way the other guy cut. Right. And then I cut him. He liked everything. He left. So he proceeds to call corporate and try to complain about me.
No.
Which was like, dude, you could have talked to me first. But corporate was like, man, don't worry about it. This dude they knew he was tripping. So
that's crazy.
It's stuff like that. Like you literally, in my face, and then I'm gonna go home.
But that's why why you do this.
Yeah.
When you're doing those type of services, you be like, hey man, can I take a picture for my portfolio? So if they want to say something, you go post a picture and be like, y'all judge. You want to don't do that.
Yeah.
See, they better be lucky I'm not no dang on hairdresser. I'll take pictures of every single person that come in there. You want to put a bad review up, I'm gonna put your hairstyle up there, and then I'll let the internet say whether your junk.
Yeah, right. The internet.
The internet.
Well, because the thing is you know whether or not your work don't look good.
Yeah.
You know before the person walk out.
I've been in places with I didn't do my best, but they liked it. So,
and you kind of
okay, all right. I mean, I ain't messed nobody up, but it wasn't my best.
Right, you weren't your best.
Nah.
Well, I've had a situation in my current profession where it's like, okay, as a real estate agent, you deal with your clients. And the funny thing about this person was they weren't my client. I was helping, my client was the seller and they were the buyer. But the buyer's agent couldn't control their client. So their client kept calling my corporate office and having to connect to me. And they kept asking me and telling me, I said, sir, I appreciate that, but could you refer all your questions? And I had to keep it calm. Refer everything to your agent and I'll deal with your agent. But you need to, I was like, your agent needs to business because I can't really say this. Because these people, and somebody like that, if I would say one wrong thing, he's gonna call not corporate, but the licensing agent and get me fined. So I was like, sir, I need you to call your agent and tell them these complaints, and then I will deal with your agent. No, he kept calling me. I mean, on a regular basis, I got calls from this person through the whole transaction at least 10 times. I was like, Lord have mercy. Okay.
And Dwayne's good because I would have stopped answering my phone.
Well, I couldn't because they would call the office, and then the office would direct the calls to me. So they didn't call my cell phone directly.
Every time I see that office call after that first time, they would have been going to voicemail, and then I would have listened to it, and then decided whether or not I was going to call back, because that's not professional for them to be calling you directly.
Correct. It was not. And I kept telling that agent, I said, you need to handle your client. They keep calling me, and I can't, if I say the wrong thing, that's the end of that's my fine or my
First of all, he always thinks somebody trying to take his license, y'all. He always thinks his license is in jeopardy.
Okay. Now, there's some horror stories out there. I'm not trying to risk my license.
Some people think, like, I hate that whoever came up with the customer's always right is an idiot. That's not true.
Never.
It's not true.
Never.
People in retail, nah.
When I worked in retail, the customer said that to me one time.
Shit.
I said, no, sir. You're not always right.
No.
You deserve to get what you pay for, but you're not always right.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. And my store, I don't believe they're always right. Well, you did it. No.
Again, I'm not going to be like, okay.
Because I'm a customer too.
I'd be like, okay. Just say okay. Why correct them?
Because then they gonna
the only time that I'm going to try to correct you is if I've told you something, you want to just continue to try to argue the point. Then at that point, I'm going to give you the facts. And I'm going to say, the facts are this. Do you agree? Yes or no? Mm-hmm. And then what can they say? There's nothing to refute.
I want to speak to your manager.
I am the manager.
I need a corporate office. Here you go.
I'm like, okay, well, you can speak to them, and I definitely don't have any issue with that. But they are going to refer you back to me. And unfortunately, this is what the decision is. So would you like to still speak with them? I'm happy to provide that number.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not the one. I'm not gonna keep going back and forth. I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you, and you're gonna get the facts, and that's it.
Because I never argued. Refunds. I like retail. I was like, oh, you want to? That's fine. It's not my money. Here you go. You can have it back. I no issue. Give me the product. You get your money. Be on your business.
Now when you wore it, and we ain't get no.
They want to get it all. No. Like, let's take it out of my pocket. Now if it came out of my pocket. Oh no, that's not gonna happen. Sir, no, thank you very much. We're not doing that today. So I just gotta understand, people. The conversation is, and then y'all, we didn't go off topic because we're just talking about people versus the internet. They want to be bold and think they can do whatever they want and say whatever they want to people and think they can get away with it. Yeah. And no consequences, no action, no repercussions.
I just really feel like back up what you say. Don't say stuff you don't mean, and just like slandering people is just really, be kind to one another. Someone told me that your character will show when you are anonymous. When you're anonymous, that's when your character shows. Yeah. When nobody can trace what you said, are you still kind?
Message. Message.
And that's how, yeah, you're right.
Like when you in your car, you pay for somebody's Starbucks and the car behind you. You can't see them. That's anonymous.
Yeah. Or they
pay it forward.
Yeah, you just drive up. They don't know who they're looking who was.
Pay it forward. Pay it forward.
Yep.
You're going to pay it forward. I'm going to pay it forward. I'm going to get you. I'm going to Starbucks and keep it going.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. So people, it's 5 minutes to go.
And he has not mentioned his B-Day one time.
Oh, here we go. Since Shantae went ahead and mentioned that, let's mention it. So if y'all didn't know, tomorrow is a very important day.
Really?
It's a very important day. It's my birthday. I turned 4 or 5.
Really just?
I did 4 or 5.
Did you really do your cash app on here? Wow.
I say, if you want to bless me with a gift or anything, I'm going to put it up there. So I'm just saying, it's my birthday tomorrow. I turned 45.
I thought only people 25 and under put their cash app somewhere.
I don't know. I just said,
for them to get some money. I'm just trying to say.
What do you say? Buy me a drink. You want to buy me a drink? Want me a bottle? Come on now. I'll take it. I'll take it. It is what it is. So I appreciate everybody. I know it's coming in. So, because I don't celebrate myself as much. I don't do it as much.
That is not true, people.
What do you do? Well, funny thing is, popped up in my memories was the birthday party I threw at the club with DJ Jelly and all them. That popped up in my memories of it. I was like, oh, that was a good party. I packed that place out.
You know how many birthday parties he's thrown for himself in the name of this is a special birthday?
How many? 2.
No, that's not true.
3.
That's not true.
25th, 30th, semi-40th.
39.
Which is the 40th.
No, it's
I didn't do nothing on the 40th.
No.
I didn't do nothing on the 40th, so it's 39.
It's not the same thing. The 39 is not 40.
Rum. I drink rum.
Oh my God.
I'm a rum drinker.
Rum.
Rum.
Drinking rum and Red Bull. That's his jam.
Yep.
Anytime it's on
Rum. That's what I drink. I drink aged rum. Aged rum. That's me. Good on the palate. Good on the palate.
Did you just stick your tongue out like you was black?
Aged rum. That's me. So, but other than that, people, it's been a wonderful. I appreciate all y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. You got anything left to say for tonight's show, Shantae?
Why you saying my name like that?
Shantae? Shantae? Oh, no. That's why your sister says it.
That is not what sister says it like that.
Camille says it. Shantae. She does say it like that. Okay, whatever.
She doesn't. She does.
Okay.
Leave it at that.
All right, go ahead. What you got to say, Shantae?
Happy birthday, Dwayne.
Oh, thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
No.
Oh, okay, Jeffrey, what you got to say?
Actually, yeah, I do have something to say.
Okay, go ahead.
It kind of, well, Shantae reminded me. My final thought it's a coincidence. It's the same thing that we talked about.
Okay.
That you have to be a really good, kind person to still be a kind person, even though all the things that you went through, somebody goes, like, people talk about you behind the back, people make fun of you, people made stories about you, and you still to this day remain to be a kind person. So whoever that is out there, those people, you are something else, because that is, a lot of people change because of the way people do them, and I believe that you letting them control you when you do that. So you remain to be that kind of person you are, even when people have done you wrong in the past. So,
I'm happy to be.
Yeah.
For sure.
Preach.
Yeah.
You know what?
You
know what? I think I'm a sneaky. I tell everybody I'm mean and I don't like this person. I don't do this. I won't do that. I won't do that. But then, real people know what the real people do, right? That's what I say.
Well, I will say, having someone like Dwayne has he's protected me over the years from the people that he thinks, have not been good for me. For sure, because I was always the type of person that did turn the other cheek.
Or bring everybody in. Oh, that's this person. That's my friend. And that's my friend. And that's my friend. I want that friend. And I'm like, no.
Because that's how my family is. My family's like that. We bring people in. It's like everybody, deserves to have, that type of love.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately,
I don't deserve it.
Every person is not in the right place in their life to receive that. That's what I'll say. Not that they don't deserve it, but they're not in the right place in their life to receive it. Because I do believe at the core of everybody, nobody is born to be rude or ugly or nasty. They're not born that way.
No.
So it just could be the phase in their life that you have them in your life that they're not able to receive what you're able to give them.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Y'all preaching today.
Yeah.
Look at y'all. Look at y'all. My co-host preaching some stuff.
You
Go. I'm
gotta
talking
be
about.
grown at some point in your life. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't always be like, well, they shouldn't do this. And I check myself regularly. When I feel like I'm going off the deep end, I'm like, well, hold on. What they saying is not a direct reflection of who I am, and just because you said it doesn't make it true.
Yeah, I've had rumors made about me.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, what?
Yeah.
But You know,
I've had people talk bad about me. I've had people make fun of me.
Mhm.
I've had people do all of that stuff, be my best friend in my face and be dogging me out behind my back.
Your back.
So, you know,
Crazy.
and yet I still remain unchanged in who I am because I am who I am.
Mm-hmm. Still remain to be a calm person. I still, yeah.
That's the message.
So.
Be a kind person. Be a kind person. That's the message for the day. Wonderful day. So, as always, we appreciate y'all for hanging out with us here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock to 8:45, as we talk the mess, talk about it. We ain't talking about nobody dying today, Shantae. You happy? We just talked about court cases, and we had a great conversation, and that's what it's all about. A conversation, talk about what's going on in the world, amongst family, and have our opinion out there and see what's going on. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with us every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. We boosting up now. We boosting up. Last week's show got 300 views, so we doing it.
Yay.
We doing it. Another boost. So check us out on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We are here every Thursday night live, and the replays are on Facebook always. As we say, don't take us seriously, but don't take us too seriously. We are the 3 o'clocks. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and we'll catch y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Hey.
Peace.